Hi guys, Vinyl Fine 63. Sorry, I think that's a little bit too loud. Okay. So Vinyl Fine 63, I think. It's hasn't even been a week since my last update, but I'm on holiday and thought I'd make a quick update video with a few records. Before I do, I was thinking about doing a top 10 maybe of the year. Not specifically for releases from 2013, but maybe stuff that I bought, just general. And I don't know, it might be 10, might be 20, top 20, we'll see. I have some time in my hands, so that's all good. But yeah, these are the plans for the near future. But you're here for the records, so I will not delay any further and go straight to the chase. And go with what's playing in the background as per usual. It's Bardo Pond, Peace on Venus, their latest installment from a very prolific band, and they have like loads of records themselves. They've been doing a lot of I think that they've started, one of the first releases was in 99, maybe 2000 or something like that, but they've been very prolific. They have side projects, whatnot, and this is the kind of sounds like very blurred, psychedelic, really loud distortions, background, and very serene kind of overlays and nuances like the voice, and there's flute, and it's just amazing, fantastic records. I love Bardo Pond, but and I haven't picked up anything from them for a while, but they never fail. It's a fantastic band. So, some records, very few records actually, and I won't be bothering you for too long, won't be wasting your time. Laragi, I like Laragi. I've bought 2 records from him, one under his own name, which I've shown like a couple of videos ago, I think. Another one as Laragi, which was released in 80 something, and this is Osmos. I'm talking about this one under his own name, Edward Larry Gordon, and then we have this one, which is Essence Universe, and they're both amazing. So I jumped on the opportunity to get this one, which is Laragi with Blues Control, and this is out on Freakways. Freakways has a series of LPs that are collaborations, live collaborations with different musicians. I cannot remember other names right now. Iki Amori and Juliana Barwick, I think, is one of them. I think it's either Freakways 8 or 7 or 9 or something like that. This is 8. These are not very expensive to find, and the series is really good. This is a really nice release. It comes with a download that has extra songs. This has only 4 songs. So what you get is that kind of psychedelic, like jam with Laragi's like gamelan, like organ, whatever it is called, because I'm not sure how the name of it is. So yeah, it's quite nice. One of the records that I haven't shown, I think, and I have for a while, is this one, Kozasui, Yupori Tide. Kozasui, I think they're Danish. I've shown, first time I've shown Kozasui record was like a couple of years ago, and it was the Summer Sessions 1 to 3, not box set. Although originally it was a box set, it was separate releases. Summer Sessions 1, 2, 3, and then they put that in the box set, and then that got sold out, and the originals were sold out, and then they re-released it as just a CD with the 3 records in, and that's the version I have. I showed it like a couple of years ago, and some people picked it up, and for good reason as well. Fantastic space rock, jam kind of music. This doesn't veer that much away from what they're doing, and that was part of the reason I was a little bit disappointed, because I ordered it and then I had to wait for like a month before it came in because the order had some pre-orders in it, and I listened to it online. I was like, yeah, well, it's good, but it's one of the same. Funnily enough, I put it on, and my girlfriend fell in love with these guys, and she was listening to Kozasui for like a week non-stop. Thank God she stopped listening to the Arctic Monkeys, which I grew a taste for. It's unbelievable. But yeah, it's a good album. It's, you know, good quality space rock kind of music. So, you know, you won't go wrong with it. But on the other hand, it's like, yeah, it's just, if you buy any other record from these guys, it wouldn't be that much different. I don't know. Yeah, something that I got yesterday. This is a re-release of the Durutti columns, the return of the Durutti column by the Durutti column, and this reissue is the one with the sandpaper. It's not like the original. The original was the sandpaper was actually on the sleeve. This is not the sleeve. The sandpaper is not on the sleeve. It's in the inner. And it comes with a 7-inch, which I haven't had time to listen to. And I don't know if you know about the Durutti column, and I knew about them for years and years and years, but I never got to actually listen to them until like a couple of years ago, when I found one of the records for £5. And the guy on the record shop said, you know, you have to buy that. I bought it, came back home, I listened to it, and I was like, yeah, this is amazing, I love these guys, and I started buying some of the records. So yeah, the Durutti column, and the reason why I didn't actually get into them is that although they are part of the post-punk scene, they sound nothing like post-punk. And they were part of the Factory records as well. So, but they have nothing to do with the sound of the Factory records. So it's not the kind of thing that I would, you know, sort of expect. So, you know, that era is like, for me, was The Wire, you know, Joy Division, these kinds of bands. But Gang of Four and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, these are like, this guy is like very melodic, very guitar-led, but doesn't have like, you know, distortion or anything like that. So it's like more atmospheric, if you like. And it's just an oddity really of the time, especially given that it's on Factory Records and it's 80s, and it's just, yeah, it's more than an artifact as well, because it's musically is really good. So highly recommended, good release, good to get the one with the sandpaper, although the originals, by the way, they had sandpaper on the actual sleeve, but the glue that they used to put it on had a reaction with the actual record and destroyed the records, because the original idea was that it was a record that you put on your record collection and destroy the other records. So it was sort of a situationist joke. Yeah, there's a story behind it. I mean, it's well known, and you know, it has on the inner sleeve. It also says the story. So anyway, now going to a guy that is krautrock, but he's not krautrock royalty. I got 2 records from him. I initially found this one, which I didn't buy first. Günter Schickert. This is Kinder in der Wildnis, which I guess means Children in the Wilderness. Came out as a tape in 1983. And I got this one as well, which is Uberfallig. This came out in 1979 on Sky. These are both reissues from Bureau Beak, which means that they're cheap, easy to find, and they're good quality. So yeah, music. What does this sound like? This sounds like, to me anyway, first of all, Günter Schickert. Fucking hell. Schickert. Never mind, yeah. Anyway, this guy, he is a guitarist, and to my ears he sounds like a dirtier version of Manuel Gotch. The guitarist from Ashura Temple, right? Yeah, names I cannot really yeah, pronounce very well. So yeah, he sounds like that. So there's parts of it that sounds like Noi, and but less spacier, not as spacey as Manuel. So there's parts of it that sounds like Noi a lot, but and there's like a little bit more punky kind of feel to the sound. It's amazing. I mean, really, really good. As I said, he's not royalty in any kind of way for the krautrock scene. Both of his records are good. If I were to recommend one of the two, I would go for this one, I guess, because it has Pulse. Pulse, yes, Pulse. Check it out online. Really, really good. Oh, they come with a download as well, which is a plus. And this is like, you know, more song-led, if you like. But still, yeah, that's what he does. He does a lot of guitar manipulation, a lot of repetitive kind of rhythmic riffs, if you like, that build up the song. And yeah, it's really good. Recommended. And now for the last one. It's an interesting one because I discovered this record after being sent an update from one of the record shops and, you know, from one of my online purchases, and they sent like an update and it had like a lot of folk records, weirdo, like I'm going to anyway, well, play this actually in a while. So and it had like really weirdo folk records, and which had very interesting covers, but I checked them online and the music was like meh, you know, it was like yeah, so it was nah, not for me. Somebody might appreciate that, but not me. However, within that list it had a band that, you know, sort of tickled my curiosity, and I was like, oh, what is this? It was this one. It was called Igra Stakleni Perli. Igra Stakleni Perli. And it said that it is actually, yeah, didn't just say it is actually, from Yugoslavia. It came out in 1978, 78, yes, I am correct, 1978, and it's considered to be a masterpiece of psychedelic rock, whatnot, and all that shebang. So I managed to find, because I'm playing a song for these guys. So I managed to find some of their stuff on YouTube, and it sounded good. I liked it. I liked what I heard, and I also managed to find a download of the whole album, which was interesting. So I downloaded it, put it on my PC, and I was like, yeah, well, I will think of, you know, ordering it at some point. Maybe I would listen to the MP3s, and then, you know, I will make a decision. And that was on Saturday. Sunday, I went out. We went out with my girlfriend have lunch at Spitalfields Market, which is out close to Liverpool Street, and there was a record fair, because there is a record fair every second Saturday of the month. I didn't know about it. I just happened to be there, and I went to one of the stores, and I went to one of the crates, and the first record I saw was this one. So it was like, okay, you know, it was for 15 quid, and I got it. So yeah, and let me put in some context. And I've enjoyed it. I've been listening to this, you know, coming home, and I'm also listening to this going to work and coming from work and all that. And I can recommend it because I like it, and I cannot recommend it for one reason. And the reason is it's not very original. So the music is really good, but it's a patchwork of different bands and different things that we already pretty much know. So some of the songs, for example, in the first side, it has 3 songs, and all 3 of them remind me of 3 different bands. 2 bands more than others. So the 2 bands are Hawkwind and early Pink Floyd. The second song, the first one is like, starts off, listen to this, starts off Pink Floydish, goes on to be Hawkwind. The second one is Goblin, and the third one is Pink Floyd. It's really well made, really well played. I really enjoy it, but can you take points off for not being super original? I'm not saying that they're ripping off these guys, because it's not fair. I mean, you know, there's, can you say that, you know, Porcupine Tree. Oh, Porcupine Tree, they're terrible because they are ripping off, you know, electronic, you know, electronic album, recorders, what am I talking about? Artists and Pink Floyd and all this kind of stuff. I don't know, is it fair? You tell me, I have no idea. I've enjoyed it. I have to say that I have enjoyed it. And yeah, it's really good. But yeah, can you take points off? Would you? Don't know. Hopefully. Don't know. Yeah. So anyway, that's Igra Stakleni Perli. Just yeah. So yes, this has just been reissued. Do check it out. Make up your own mind. I think that is good, but you know, I have to admit that there is a little bit of cheating involved. But does that take out from the outcome? I don't know. Anyway, that's it for me. Not that many. I hope it was juicy enough for you guys and interesting as well. As always, you know, leave your comments. There haven't been that many comments, and I know that oh, who was it? There was another guy anyway that I was watching one of his videos, and he was saying that there aren't that many comments on. I don't know. Oh, and there's another thing as well. If you're not on Google Plus, and that goes for you, John, I cannot respond to your messages, unfortunately, on the comments. So yeah, do migrate to Google Plus so that we can, you know, exchange comments. Another thing is that Fred, if you're watching this, I'll let you know about the records soon, because now I have time. And yeah, there haven't been, as I said, yeah, about the comments again, there haven't been that many. Some people have come out of the woodworks and just, you know, magically from nowhere, you know, put some comments on. Thank you guys. Thanks very much for your very kind messages. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't be doing these videos if, you know, it weren't people like you that, you know, watch and actually do interact. So thanks very much. And yeah, as always, leave your comments, like the video, dislike the video, subscribe, unsubscribe, do whatever you want, and I'll be seeing you around.